Well, the masses have spoken. Apparently, I'm still not being kind enough to old Tao and a little too critical of Mindy. But I am just doing what I can. So, housekeeping as always, please sign up for the second channel. Please try to find a way to support the channel via Patreon and other means. So let us get into it. If you're totally new, essentially Tao is one of the quote squirrel protesters out on the West Coast, and he hooked up with some other people like Danny, as well as Streets LA, so on and so forth. But what happened is he was speaking to Danny and other people, and he didn't realize he was not muted, and kind of revealed that to him he's a reality star. But I don't want to just demonize him. He did raise the issue of like he just feels concerned with how Danny and other YouTubers are basically putting the message out there. He thinks that that's just not wise.
Privileged, and I don't like that about them. And I feel like if I don't like that, that's one thing. But what I feel is that they're taking advantage of the fact that you guys are always streaming. More so.
All right, give him points. He is concerned with the safety of other people, so it's not total narcissism. However, I should admit that the first version of this audio was much more scorching. I was much more harsh and bitter. So I'm glad I gave it another listen, another look. However, it still comes off pretty badly. It seems like he's thinks of this as a Hollywood production. I mean, his content from years back was selling beauty products and being, I guess, a beautician. And that's really his passion. And he talks about this in this little section too. Like, he's feeling pressure from work to make money from the beauty products. So it just feels like he thinks that we, quote, collectively, the anti Scientology audience should be more grateful and be less demanding, and that we need to be more considerate. And to some extent, this is fair. He is doing a lot of work with police reports, again, right? Protesting, however, having seen some of his other content, his protesting, frankly, is kind of crude and barbaric. It's not very productive in my eyes, but you'll have to take a look and determine for yourself if it's really worth supporting. However, putting the methods aside of how he's protesting, it's frankly coming off kind of whiny that he feels just unduly criticized for what? Basically, because people are being critical of some aspects, and he doesn't like that.
Had all these people literally saying Tao's amazing friend, blah blah blah. It's like, why are you coming? Why are you picking on me? You know? So it's like I'm not gonna want to gravitate to that. But I feel like damn, like to have been
Well, again, there is a conversation we had about fan culture, mod culture, and the boundaries here. But again, this is raising the obvious point here. Why are we talking about mods or fans in the first place? You don't need mods. You don't even need fans. Like, why do you have fans? Why do you have mods? These are problems being generated because you're on YouTube. But again, you don't need a YouTube channel. If you want to be an anti Scientologist protester, you can protest now via TikTok, Rumble. There are various forums, Twitter. Some people don't do YouTube. Some people just do reports on Twitter. Other people do blog posts. Like, you're generating your own problem. It seems like he has this mindset that this is a stepping stone to become a reality TV show star, and this is just basically he's putting some time in here, but really the real goal is to become a celebrity. And to some extent, that's legit. I mean, again, if he does become a celebrity, gets more money and wealth, hopefully he'll just push this back into the anti Scientology cause. So it's a virtuous cycle. However, if you do activism, it's fine to get a virtuous cycle where your career and, quote, making wealth and being, quote, on the right side of history works together. Sometimes it does not. Sometimes you do have to make brutal choices that this is going to cost you in terms of your career. It will cost you a lot of money. It won't, quote, make you more advanced in the capitalist system. You have to make that brutal choice. And you can do things to ease that choice, but if you have to make that choice, you have to make that choice. And it just seems like he's whining and crying like, I can't believe this. The police are arresting you, and now these mods are out of control. It's like, why are people doing this to me? He's not an L. Ron Hubbard narcissist, but yeah, I'm getting a lot of narcissist vibes from this. It just seems like he's a very dedicated narcissist, and his narcissism was exposed, and now he's flailing back and saying, Osa's attacking me. Osa's not attacking you. Osa's not criticizing you. Like, we, the collective community, are criticizing you. You can either take the criticism or leave it, but it is criticism coming from the anti-Scientology crowd.